I love pictures that I took in the Middle East. I feel like part of my soul is in the Middle East. And it's a lot of fun to bring my camera there. But one of the things that I took pictures of that really don't exist very much anymore in Israel, they're called shuk pishpashim. It's kind of the shuk of the bugs. People go there, but it's more like they're selling rags. I don't know, things that people have thrown away. And sometimes you discover something that you really want there. I've discovered a few things, but mostly I discover photographs that I like there. So I have these photographs of people who are, I don't know, it's not a shop exactly. It's sort of like just a place where they're selling from. But when you look at the pictures, they're selling only rags, and you wonder who is going to buy these. They look very serious about what they're doing, and they come every day. So it must be that something happens with these pictures. And for a while, I thought I was going to just take schmata tailors like my father and rag pictures for a long time. But I only actually have a couple of them. But all of the people look the same. They kind of match what they're selling, and it's interesting to me. So the one that's most fun is there was a woman who had on a winter coat. It was in the summertime, and she's standing in front of, looking straight at me, and I asked if I could take her picture, and she smiled, a kind of toothless smile, and said that I could take her picture, and she seemed so happy. I loved the picture, and at the end of the picture, I could see, I don't give money for my photographs, but she wanted money. She asked me if she could have some money, and I gave her, I think it was like 4 shekels, which was maybe 80 cents. And she said, Lama lo arba, why 4 shekels? And I said, Lama lo. She said, no, Lama lo esrim shekels, which was 20 shekels. And I'm going, I must be the biggest cheapskate. And I don't even know if she wanted the money. I think she just wanted a little conversation with me. And I can do that after I take the photograph, but I would never do it. That's just like my philosophy. I wouldn't do it before I took the photograph because I think it would affect what I was thinking and what she was doing, and I was trying to get a natural photograph, which I really did get from her. She was sincerely such a beautiful woman, and she made me, on the other end of it, after I did my photography, she made me feel like really bad, like I had done something that wasn't appreciative. So this is just another picture that I took in Mia Sharim, and it was too beautiful not to take. I mean, here are these men in their long robes with the clothes. Hey, it's the back side of something that you don't normally get to see. How I got there, I'm not sure why anybody let me in, and nobody stopped me from taking the picture. I think I was probably some tourist annoyance that they were used to, so they decided not to say anything. But since they didn't, I see the hanging clothes and all the patterns, and I see the steps, and I see the cobblestones, and I'm going, oh, there's so many textures in this picture mixed with a combination of culture and religion that I just have to try to capture this picture. And I think this is the only one that I took, and it's the only one that I got that would make sense to me anyway, because I couldn't just take a close-up of them. I couldn't take it without the clothes hanging. I couldn't take it without the steps. I wanted to get a feel for what was behind the scenes of something. So and I liked the dark with the light, and I still got the details of everything in the picture, even though there was a lot of backlighting. So technically, I liked this picture. I think I did some dodging and burning on it, but technically I liked it, and I also liked it for behind-the-scenes statement that it made. I love being in the Middle East. I love taking pictures in Israel, but everybody's so anxious, and there's always remnants of some kind of military something or other going on. But I like the more human pictures, and so I was walking along and I saw these 3 young boys just relaxing, you know, as if they didn't have a care in the world, and the picture is framed so nicely. Some people criticize a photographer for taking a picture where you want it to be framed, where you want it to be beautiful. I like taking those kinds of pictures. I don't really like taking a picture where it's just the minute that you took it, it was a shot without you thinking about it. So I feel good when I look at this picture. But the picture I like even better that's hanging right above it is the one of the old man playing soccer with, I think, his granddaughter in the shoe store. The shoe boxes are all over the place in the back. Nothing is organized. He doesn't care one iota because he's really happy. He's playing soccer with a soccer ball with his young granddaughter, and that seems to be the most important thing to him. If somebody wanted to come in and buy a pair of shoes, I guess they could, but he doesn't think it's important, or at least I didn't think he thought it was important. Now, there's an example of a picture. I did not ask them to take that picture. It would ruin the entire atmosphere and the whole idea of what I was trying to capture. So I was outside. They never knew I took the picture until afterwards. I went in and told them what a great picture this was. I loved seeing you both. I'm going to hang it up wherever I am and just feel happy all the time. And that's what happened with that picture. Now, the other pictures hanging in my bedroom are of Bedouin women, and they are striking. These pictures are, one of them I call my angel. She can follow me around everywhere. She stands straight. She's really powerful. And the reason I got these pictures is another story about photography, because I was in the Negev with some friends. One of them was a dentist for Bedouins. And I saw this woman, this old woman in a tent with a pipe smoking, and there was a glow coming out of the pipe. And I wanted that picture. Oh, did I want that picture? And so I asked if I could take it. Clearly, she did not want me to take it. And all the men said, you can take that picture. We're going to tell her you can take that picture. So I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I'm not taking that picture. She doesn't want the picture. I'm not taking the picture. So all the other women who saw what I did said, tell her it's okay, you can take our pictures. So everybody else's picture I could take. And it was the woman standing looking straight at me with all of her power. There was a woman who was embroidering with the thread on her feet. There was the picture of the woman with her 2 kids. They were dressed in Western clothes. She was still dressed in Bedouin clothes. There was some blue copper behind it. They were incredible pictures. They also hang in my bedroom, and they really are pretty, I have to say. They really are pretty, but also they speak to the strength of women, and I only got the strength of the women because I said no to something that I really wanted to take a picture of. There are a lot of pictures from Israel I want to talk about because they really are an important part of my photographic history. But there's one I took earlier, and it's called the Shmata Tailor. And it's, again, an example of a vanishing culture. I'm walking in the streets somewhere, I can't even remember where it was, and here is this man on his old Singer sewing machine. Shmatas are rags, and it looked to me like he was sewing rags. And my grandfather was a rag man. That's what he did. He had a horse and cart and collected rags and sold them. I don't know how he did it or why he did it, but I thought about him when I saw this picture, and this one hangs in my living room. A lot of people like this picture. I do too. It's sort of reminiscent of everybody thinks it's their grandfather. It's not everybody's grandfather, but it's kind of a history that everybody seems to want to remember or think about. I took this picture in color. Very rarely. I took it in black and white also. This picture didn't work in black and white, and it does fade. Color fades easily. Sometimes I have to keep reproducing them. But it's one of those examples where every once in a while I see something in color and I say it has to be that way. One of my saddest times in taking photographs is to go into Mea Shearim, which is the Orthodox section of Jerusalem, only because I feel bad for the women. They look so unhappy to me. And I have one picture that I took that seems to capture my feeling about what I see in Mea Shearim, and that's 5 women who are waiting, I think, at a bus stop. One is wearing a wig. I think 3 have their scarves on, but they're bald, and their faces are so unhappy. I mean, it seems to me that they're unhappy. Maybe they're not. I'm just projecting now as a person into my photography, which I don't often do, but in this instance, I thought I captured a feeling that I had when I was there, and there they were just waiting for me to capture that feeling. I could be wrong, but it is the one time when I'm in the Middle East that I do make a political statement, or at least a statement about how I think people feel.